And welcome back, football fans, to the final game of this beautiful, cloudy afternoon. Sun breaking through. The sun is so dominant that it breaks through the clouds.
Optimist,
and
Jason.
that's a walk-off moment, it looks like.
Yeah, he's the ultimate optimist. Jason said, I had enough of that, I'm done.
If y'all don't see the clouds in the sky, I don't understand it.
But in order to be partly clouded, they'd have to block something. They're not currently blocking anything.
No, that's not the case. There's no derivative for clouds being partly. Actually, it's more skewed mostly, but that's a whole nother point. Welcome out to Game 4 of the North versus South Junior High Jamboree 2026. This is the inaugural event. This is going to be a good one between Good Hope and your hometown Brame Gators. A lot of fun in this one. These are two teams that certainly are feeding into their respective programs. We saw one earlier that feeds into West Monroe. This Good Hope team certainly has that look of West Monroe, KP. They've got the uniform colors. They've got all of that. The Colonels of Good Hope.
Same colors. Looks like, I don't know if I see a whole lot of size on this Good Hope team, but they look the same. They look like they're a West Monroe middle school, which they are.
They've got a little bit of size that's on the team, but skill-wise, they're certainly pretty good. Brame's got a lot of good players. They're led by quarterback Nate Matchett, who is a fifth-year, eighth grader, it seems like. The cat's been starting since he was a sixth grader, and a growth spurt since that. First time we saw him was back in the Gridiron Football All-American Junior High Bowl game. Was a starting quarterback as a sixth grader in that All-American Bowl game, and I think he was about 5 foot tall. He's right at 6 foot now as he finishes up his junior high career.
Looks like they're going to do the same thing. They're going to have captains out there.
Yes, they will. And speaking of the captains, Nate Matchett, number 9, is one of those. Caden Wright is another. C.J. Wright, a little walking out there a little bit early. C.J. Wright. Kavron Williams is there, number 7, and that's the 4. We'll look across the way and see who are the captains. Looks like number 5 and number 2. Number 2 is Kobe Gahagan. Number 5 is Jack Gio. Now, to do some housekeeping from earlier, Jack Gio is the brother of West Monroe quarterback Brady Gio, who has rewritten the record books, the passing leader there at West Monroe. Pretty good pitcher for the baseball team as well.
While they're doing all that, we want to take a moment to we're a sports channel. We want to take a moment to pay tribute to the legend, the greatest baseball coach in college of all time, Coach Skip Bertman. We lost him earlier this week. I had a chance to text with maybe his most famous player, Doug, Warren Morris. And I said, Warren, I'm praying for you today. Sorry about Coach. He said, thanks, KP. He was a great man. Glad I was coached by him and knew him. He did a lot for a lot of people. We want to extend our prayers and thoughts out to his daughters, Jan, Jody, and Lori. We're praying for y'all. Thanks for all you did for LSU and for baseball, Coach Bertman. We're going to miss you. So it looks like the captains are out at half midfield. They're going to be doing the coin toss, and we're going to get this game started between Brame and Good Hope. So this is one of the 3 feeder schools for West Monroe. I think Brett said Reiser, Good Hope, and West Ridge are the 3 schools that feed West Monroe.
Yep, and we've saw what an impact West Ridge made in this. Gio and Gahagan out there for not for West Monroe, but, man, they look like it. Good Hope.
They do.
Good Hope Middle School, the Colonels are out there. They won the toss, so that is going to put the Brame defense out there. You'll see a lot of these players, KP, go both ways on both of these teams, I do believe. This middle school level. Boy, you talked about size. Look at that offensive line, though, that comes out for the Colonels.
They've got some bigger kids. Look like some good athletes, not just big. And then the defensive line there for Brame looks like it's got some good size as well.
Gio is back there as the quarterback. Boy, that Rebels team is going to have Gio name at quarterback for a long time. That's a good-looking young man out there. He's back there with number 3. That is Colton Morrow, Morrow. And trying to get the number of the other young man that's back there. That is number 3. We told you, Colton Morrow. And number 2, Kobe Gahagan, is there. And the chain crew must be
this guy
over.
On the microphone ain't scared to call him out, is he?
No, he's not.
Yep.
They were like, look, we take this job and shove it. They went Johnny Paycheck on him, didn't they?
He's going to keep calling them out till they go grab those chains. I can tell you that.
Well, it looks like you got a crew from the Colonels that went out there and got it. Maybe they didn't get the memo about Game 3 or Game 4.
Somebody didn't give them the memo.
Some of those off of the Good Hope sideline, grab it, and away they go.
First down here for Good Hope.
Got to tell you once again, big thanks to Ward Electric for being the title sponsor of today's inaugural North versus South Jamboree. It's been a huge success. Expect that we will see this again next year for the 2nd annual.
Ward Electric, Red River Bank, Allstate, Mark Hankins Ministries, JP Health and Wellness, Neblet Beard and Arsenault, and Quinn Financial Solutions. Thank y'all so much.
So Gio is the blocking back. Woo! That is what a nifty move by Gahagan before he is brought down. Under center is Colton Morrow for this Good Hope team.
That'll get your attention real quick with about a 30-yard run to start the game, Doug.
Yeah, it definitely will. And, man, this is just what you see from those guys in that color uniform at the high school level. First down and 10 from the 47-yard line go Morrow and the Colonels. Up back is Gio. Behind him is Gahagan. They were the 2 captains. Morrow calls for it. He'll hand the ball to Gahagan. Gahagan trying to get to the near side. Helmet comes off, so he'll have to come off the field. Does number 12, it looks like.
What's that? Gahagan?
Yeah, we have it right on the broadcast.
Okay, got it. Oh, that he's talking. Yeah, she's thinking that.
Look, it's Gio and Gahagan. Gio and Gahagan.
Gio and Gahagan.
Gahagan. And Gio is the other one. Guillot is Gio.
We always have it right on the broadcast.
We'll get him. Look, I'm telling you what, names are the hardest thing to get, but it's the quickest thing that them parents will get you for.
You think?
That's correct.
You think?
7-yard pickup. Make it 2nd down and 7. Ball rest at the 45-yard line.
Gahagan has 2 carries for about 45 yards.
Line to gain is the 42 of Brame. Slips down in the backfield, and there's that middle line of the Gators coming up and making some things happen. Actually, a loss of a couple of yards on there. That'll make it 3rd down now and 5. Again, 2 15-minute-ish running clock-ish is in this one.
Double-ish.
With a 5 to 10-minute halftime, depending.
5-ish, 10-minute-ish, depending on how the guy decides to do it.
It's a long 5, short 6.
He's deep behind that quarterback, Doug.
He does, but that's a typical formation. The quarterback will dip down low under there. Well, you remember for years, Hayden Federico ran that, who is now starring over at Ole Miss in baseball.
Yes.
Federico seemed like he ran that offense for 3 or 4 years for West Monroe.
Federico went to Ole Miss and started as a freshman at
he did.
second base.
Yep.
That doesn't happen very often at Ole Miss or LSU or anywhere else.
Big stop right there. 4th down now and 4. So after giving up a couple of big runs, this Brame Gator team is getting solidified there. We'll see if they can get off the field here on 4th down. You got to be careful, too. They lull you to sleep and get you in crashing 8 or 9, 10 guys in a box, and they like to run a tight end down the seam, and that's where they end up doing a lot of damage. Morrow drops under center, and you're going to get a free 5. Free first down. Encroachment's going to be the call against Brame, and that'll be a free 5 and a first down for Good Hope.
Just exactly what the Brame coach was not looking for, giving them 5 yards and helping keeping this drive alive.
To the 40-yard line it goes, and the opportunity that you had to get them off, and it doesn't even come with a play comes with an offsides. That looked like false start going down the sideline. Got a chance to pick it. Jumps a little early in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And my goodness, there was a lot going on that play, KP.
Defensive back made a great play, jumped a little early and couldn't stay up there, and then the ball hit the receiver in the hands, and he couldn't hold on to it either.
Man, I'm telling you, if he jumps a split second later, that ball is picked.
Yep, that's an INT. He hung there as long as he could.
A lot of talented guys on both sides of the ball. 2nd down and 10. Morrow back now in the shotgun. Has it going to do a little inside jet sweep, if you will, to Damian Wilhite. They do that and toss it to the receiver, so that counts as a completed pass at a loss of 3 yards. They do that because if it's dropped, it's not a fumble, it's just an incomplete pass. So that's why you saw the last several years teams went to that. Loss of 3 KP, and 3rd down and 13. Braves played pretty good the last 4 or 5 downs.
They have. This offense has been stymied after those first 2 long runs.
Morrow rolling out, takes a shot at the end, and that one is picked off.
Yep. Great job there by the defensive back. Morrow kind of threw that into coverage.
Real quick, you're probably going to see a personal foul roughing the passer, and you do, against the defense, so it's going to be another 1st down. Watch towards the tail end of the play if you're watching this one at home. It was two steps and a hit here at the end. So we knew when we saw this, watch him, 1, 2, goes up around the chest and elevates towards him. So the pick's going to be negated.
Nothing that'll aggravate a coach more than that. You want to get taken off the field real quick, do something like that.
Second, what we'll call is a turnover on this drive for Braves defense. 1, the penalty here. 2, the penalty offsides on the 4th down that gave them the 1st down. So 2 first downs off of turnovers.
And
that's right.
These are the kind of plays that help an offense score a touchdown they don't deserve.
1st down and 10 for Good Hope. Handoff off to the right side. Down to the 21, just outside the Riverside Hospital red zone. That is Damian Wilhite, it looked like back there. Maybe I was incorrect. No, that was number 4, Owen Gabb, that had that one. Gabb breaks off an 8-yard run. We'll give him a 2nd down and 2. Just continuing to keep the drive alive, and that you cannot have mistakes like that. They've been mental errors that got you.
That's correct. 2 steps is a long way to slow up and not hit somebody.
Well, and he goes up is what it is. He elevates towards the shoulder pads in the upper area we saw on the replay, and that's what did it.
That's the emphasis is going to be to protect these players and keep them safe.
Especially the one calling for the ball every time.
Yep, that's right.
Now, is that play made 10 years ago? No.
Oh, no.
That's a good hit.
No.
But they've changed the rules along the way, and they're further doing that. You know, you look at a lot of the college football rule changes this year that work on roughness and pass interferences and things like that.
Well, I think the reason for that is we're seeing
kind of a misdirection there. Started right, comes back left. Gahagan's got it again down to the 10-yard line inside the Riverside Hospital red zone, KP.
As you saw last week when we had our quarterback Drew Brees inducted, you know, Roger Craig is dealing with some dementia that is obvious from the head injuries and the concussions that they've sustained over the last 15, 20 years, and I think that rightly so that's trying to be legislated out of the game.
That's a brutal, brutal disease and sickness is that dementia.
It is, and you hate to see that, but obviously the research has shown that the hits and the concussions are what's causing it, and so they're trying to get that out of the game. I think that's a great thing for the sport of football for sure.
Indeed it is. I look outside my window and I see Rick Gio. He is the voice of the West Monroe Rebels football team, the father of Brady Gio, who is the quarterback for West Monroe. His son Jack is in this one too. Handoff. Oh, play action. They're going to throw it. That one knocked away. Good defensive play by the Gators. Number 21, Clintrell Frazier, is there. Another one of those Frazier kids that's going to make an impact at Ash before his time is up. But Rick Gio, longtime radio voice for West Monroe Sports, and has made his way over to the live stream edition. So great to visit with Rick a little bit earlier. I know he'll go back and watch this broadcast again. Knowing Rick, he'll watch it on the drive back. If he's not driving, he won't watch it while he's going down there. But big shout out to my buddy, whether he's watching it on the drive back or back at home. Continued success, and we'll see them in 2-5A action. Handoff right up the middle. Cuts left. Going to spin around. Diving for the end zone inside the 1 to about the half-yard line.
It's going to be one of those touchdowns that the Brame coach is going to go over in practice on Monday and talk about how our defense got us off the field twice to start the game, and we screwed that up.
Yeah, and this drive, KP, has chewed up half of the first quarter. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. 2/3 of it. This was a 15-minute quarter, and this is a prototypical West Monroe-ish drive.
What they
Keep the ball away from your opponents.
It's what they do, and they do it probably better than anybody in the state.
9-minute and 45-second drive right now. Timeout is taken by Brame. That defense, through shooting themselves in the foot a couple of times, has been on the field for 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
Absolutely. And again, that's just, that's 2 plays that I'm sure the coach is going to go over Monday and say, look, we can't have that. That's we just can't have that.
No, you can't at all. And look, we compare those Northeast Louisiana teams run that. You see Ruston run it a lot. They want to get a lead, and then in a move that my buddy Jason will like, it's kind of like an MMA fighter. They just try to choke the life out of you offensively and keep the ball away from you. And look, when you leave your defense out there, and it's different on offense. Yes, the offense has been out there, but they're not having to think and make tackles and do their things. They're just having to offensively run what they do.
I've been sitting down here next to him. You didn't tell me Jason was that dangerous.
Jason's tough, man.
You didn't tell me that.
He'll get you.
You tell me in the 4th game of a day. I appreciate it.
Remind me to show you that picture of his Mike Ditka costume up there in Chicago.
I want to make sure we're friends. Good.
First down and goal inside the 1 for Good Hope, looking to finish off this 9+ minute drive, nearly 10. Handoff is there off to the right side. Gio's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Jack Gio. Touchdown, Colonels.
Touchdown to the defensive coordinator. Put it this way, first part of the practice on Monday, these kids are going to hear about this. They're going to hear about how well the defense did at getting off the field, and it was 7-0. It should have been 0-0.
Lining up, of course, to go for 2 in this, and Colton Morrow back in the shotgun here. He likes to run out of this. He'll pull it back and dump it off, and beautiful play in and out of the hands of Gio, and Gio turned around and looks upfield to get into the end zone before he had the football.
Well, you knew it was going to be a pass as soon as you said he likes to run out of this.
100%. Look, I can jinx. Officially a 9-minute and 50-second drive. Now, It's a running-ish clock, but they take and chew up a lot of time on that drive.
Yes.
Now, if you're Brame, what's really crucial about this, KP, is you can't turn around and give them the ball right back. You've got to go out there and make a drive on your own and get something. So this team warmed up about 30 minutes ago. We'll see how sitting on the sideline for that long, if they're still loose and ready to go. But this is the first time we've seen the Gators offense.
Yeah, and we've heard how good match it is, and he's getting his first chance to play with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. So he's going to get a chance to show us exactly.
And he's got some playmakers all around him, though, and we'll highlight those folks as we get going. Matchett calls for it. Handoff up the middle off the left side. Cutting to the outside and off and going. That is Kayvon Williams. Williams to the 50, now 40. Trying to get in space. They won't get him. 20, now 10, 5. Touchdown. Give him 70 yards. Give him a touchdown. And give it to us on the Firehouse Subs instant replay.
Great job there from the running back, breaking outside on the left. And once he turned that corner, Doug, they weren't going to catch him. He actually accelerated. Another Williams kid. I mean, how many we got around here?
We talked about
Williams.
I don't know if no relation. None of them.
None of them are related.
You talked about going out and not giving the ball back to West Monroe. I don't think you mind it so much right there.
Not if the score's tied. Correct. But, yeah, we've got 3 kids, Williams kids, that can flat out run the football. Uh-oh.
What are we uh-ohing?
Looks like we have a penalty. I see the white hat pointing.
No, they're coming back down.
Okay,
they're pointing down to the extra point.
All right, my bad.
Time of possession, let's look at that. 9 minutes and 50 seconds for Good Hope. 18 seconds.
18 seconds.
For Brame, and we have an opportunity.
You can score like that. Then.
Brame has an opportunity to take the lead right here if they can convert this 2-point conversion. And my goodness, we heard about the explosiveness of this Gator offense, but Kavron Williams just got into open space, made a couple of guys miss, and was off and going.
Apparently, if you're going to be a running back in Alexandria, your last name's going to be Williams.
And you can do just that. Match it with a handoff to the near side, coming there and going to walk into the end zone. That is C.J. Wright, it looks like. Yep, C.J. Wright gets the 2 points, and you get just controlled for 9 minutes and 50, nearly 10 minutes of it, and you come back and you take the lead 18 seconds later. My goodness. Let's look at that touchdown run, KP, and one more time and take us through that. You'll see Kavron Williams go off to the left side. Good blocking by that offensive line, but he makes a couple of people miss, and when he gets to the edge and he's got blockers out in front of him,
gone.
Goodness gracious.
I hope there's enough kids down there for them to substitute some of those kids that have been on the field for 10 minutes.
So there was a penalty on the play.
Okay.
And it looked like it was an unsportsmanlike or a late hit because the ball has been moved up 15 yards. So instead of starting at the 30, they'll start at the 45-yard line.
So late hit on the offense.
No, well, it could have been celebration. It could have been whatever it was out there. We didn't catch. Did he? He spiked.
46? Yeah, it should be 6. That's them.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
It says 46.
Yeah, the scoreboard says 46 for Brame.
So if he spikes the ball, that's a penalty now?
Oh, you can't spike it at any level that's not professional.
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
That's something I didn't have any idea about. I'm not really a big proponent of celebration and hot dogging and all that. I didn't think that spiking was a...
We saw a freshman make a play. Oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, we saw a freshman make a play just in the inter-squad game yesterday, makes a big catch, spikes the ball, and Bachman takes him out of the game. And I don't know that he got back in.
And made a heck of a catch. He sure did.
First and 10 from midfield now as there's another there. It's 2nd down and 5. Coming to the near side and dropped.
Great tackle.
In the backfield. Now the question is, can this Gator defense get off the field?
Well, they did a good job of it in the first drive. They just had 2 unsportsmanlike penalties that kept this drive alive for Good Hope. So
and that's what you have to do, though, is finish your defensive drive.
Yep.
Third down and 5. Now they give him back the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if that motivated. But this is a very tired Gator defense.
Gotta be.
Back on the field. We roll under 4 minutes, 3:57 remaining here. 3rd down and 5. Got to try to get a stop. Snap is back. Morrow's got it there. He's looking on the slant. It is completing the first down.
Great catch. Stopped right there in the hole and made a nice two-handed catch.
Morrow's pass to Damian Wilhite gets that one. And you talked about it, KP. He had to look that ball in because the defender was right on him.
Well, I think he anticipated the hit. He looked the ball in, caught it with 2 hands, and got down to make sure that, everybody wants to take it to the house.
You go back to that 2-point conversion earlier where Gio turns and looks upfield with it before he has it, and that's the difference in this ball game. But Good Hope trying to get back down there. The Colonels have the ball 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Snap is back to Morrow, looking for the toss to the near side. It comes trying to get there. Gahagan banging around, and a lot of stiff arming, and got a little injury that's down there. One of the Gators is down. They'll check on him just a moment.
That doesn't look good.
We'll get off of that. And a big shout-out again to Ward Electric, who was the title sponsor in this one. But Coach Josh Edwards and, of course, the Neville staff that had the idea of putting this together. Speaking of the athletic department, I see the athletic director and head football coach Thomas Bachman down around the 20-yard line.
Ward Electric, Red River Bank, Allstate, Mark Hankins Ministries, JP Health and Wellness, Neblet, Beard and Arsenault, and then Quinn Financial Services. We thank them for all their sponsorships. We appreciate Progressive Construction with the fans to keep us somewhat cool up here today.
It's a state of mind, my friends.
Yeah, if you're not hot, you don't think you're hot?
No, mind over matter. That's right.
Irregardless of the case of water and all the Mountain Dew we went through.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, but I need it. I got to keep my playing weight up.
That's right. That's right.
Big hand there as that young man walks off. Jersey in the front is pulled up, so I don't know who that is. It looked like number 12, but we won't want to speculate.
I think it is 12.
12 is Jordan Kardak, so good to see that young man up and going. Got caught up in that little scrum that was going on at the end of that play, and, man, that just that's what happens there. The clock will get back started following the ball being set. Certainly shout out to Coach Joshua Edwards of this Brame team for inviting us out to be a part of it. We hope that you've enjoyed spending the day with us. 4 of 5 games. 5th game got pushed because of the 2 teams that pulled out of it. Clock runs 2nd down and 2 from the 27-yard line. Handoff to the far side goes Gahagan.
Turf Monster got Hagan there. Gahagan.
He's got a few of them.
Yep.
On this day. That'll be 3rd
maybe
down.
Changes some spikes out on these shoes he's wearing for long.
I don't know if these guys bring multiple. You know, you see in colleges they'll bring different ones for these depending on how it goes. Baseball is one of those. If you're an outfielder, you may wear your regular shoes there and change to turf shoes or whatever it is in between. That's Gio up the middle. Gio banging around for the 1st down.
We're going to hear that a lot the next 3 or 4 years. Gio up the middle. He's probably going to – who was the kid that played that fullback position for West Monroe for Solon who was so good? I forget. We're going to hear Gio's name called a lot here in the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's a position that they pride themselves on up there. Very
always
similar
have
to
good
the
players.
H-back in a lot of places. They still run that true fullback.
Yep.
1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Clock continues to roll. It's under minute 30. Gahagan makes a man miss, but he is caught up there after a 4-yard gain.
Great job making that first defender miss right there. A little stop and go. Made that first one miss.
Timeout taken with a minute 12. You know, you'll see, speaking of timeouts, it is a Tire Discount Center timeout out there as they get into the Riverside Hospital red zone. They've got to practice as we get ready for that, too. But you'll have the hydration timeouts as the high school season starts at the 6-minute mark. Everybody they'll stop it. College, they went to a 2-minute timeout at the end of the half in the games. They don't call it the 2-minute warning. It's a 2-minute timeout. Why that is, I don't know if the NFL trademarked the 2-minute warning.
Well, I mean, it probably is. Yeah, that warning might have offended somebody, Doug. We never know.
Could be true. Could be true.
Also, the previous games are now on replay. All you have to do is search up 446.
Appreciate the PA announcer here for letting us know.
Give us the heads up.
Doing a great job promoting, and we certainly appreciate that. A lot of folks tell us that they go back and watch this afterwards, and so we appreciate that. They line up as far as they can to the right side, do the Kernels of Good Hope. They're on that far high school hash. A lot of room over to this side. I think they're going to try to run off. Man, they have had the ball almost 14 minutes, KP, of this 15-minute first half and trail by 2.
It's exactly.
Back to pass. That little shovel is out there, but a good-looking tackle.
It's exactly what we see from a West Monroe type team is ball control, and they normally just control the clock, control the ball, and they shorten the game up.
Well, you saw that pass out to Gavin. It looked like he was going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage, and he just carried the Gators defense for 8 yards. Under 30 seconds now. And this will be the biggest disparity that's Tab again, and he stopped shy of the goal line, and a timeout is whistled by Good Hope. They'll have a couple of plays left. So 16 seconds remain in this. Add the 18 seconds of offense, makes that 34 seconds. So 14 minutes and 26 seconds of total offense for West Monroe in a 15-minute half.
And they're down 2.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Trying to capitalize on 1st and goal. This is that time. And you talk about the way that they control it. What is this doing to that defense?
I was excited to watch Matchett play, and I've seen him for 26 seconds of the first half. And he's done a great job of handling the ball off. I've heard so much about him. I was looking forward to it. Hopefully in the second half we might throw a pass.
Look, if you just give it to your man Williams and let him carry it, there's no need. But at least they'll have 10 minutes-ish to rest in between halves. But that defense has been out under this hot Central Louisiana sun.
106-ish.
No relief to this sun.
No. It's been sunny all day as far as we've seen.
Big gut check here on 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
Huge stop right here. Could flip the momentum for the second half for the Brame Gators.
Because Brame will get the football to come out of the half. That's why West Monroe, God dog it.
Good Hope.
That is why Good Hope is trying so hard to do it. You can understand the issue there. Fakes it there and going to take it himself into the end zone. Dives through, spikes the ball there, so you're going to get a penalty flag the other way. But you know what? You're going to get that with 7 seconds to go. So it's not going to affect any. You'll get a shot from the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
But
eventually the way they stop that is calling the touchdown back.
That's correct.
If you're going to stop it, you're going to call the touchdown back, put them back, and be like, okay, that's not.
Remember, if you do it during the play, just ask Brad Wing.
Yeah.
It'll come back.
Well, and look,
How far back are we going for that one?
I agree with it. I mean, I think I'm not. I don't know if spiking a ball taking 3 seconds is real.
Did he was push back the extra point.
Okay.
Because Brame would rather it here because with 7 seconds it doesn't really help you much.
Right.
So take it here rather than the kickoff.
Right.
Back to pass now is Morrow. That one is picked off. You can't take it back. That's going to be a PAT.
But he's going to.
It's a PAT that's no good. You can't return a turnover, but that's a good job by C.J. Wright to step in front of that.
Wright.
And you can't run one back. Once it's turned over, that's the end of the play. In NFHS rules, which the high schools and
I understand what they're doing. They're trying to legislate the individual showboating and all that out of the game. And we've gotten to where everybody wants to see their clips on Facebook and all that. But it's the way you stop it is take the points off the board. It'll stop then.
That's correct.
You won't have a coach put up with it.
So they'll put the 7 seconds back on the clock because it does stop between a possession change. Brame will get one play. This one play will double their offensive output in the first quarter.
And it's 7 seconds left?
7.
It's going to also put 7 more seconds on Match's performance in the first half.
That'll put their time of possession, Brame's time of possession, to 25 seconds.
25 seconds total.
25 seconds.
Most teams be down 30-0 right now.
Westman, hot dog it. The Colonels have it. Look, it's going to be my favorite saying. It's just, gosh dog it. Y'all bear with me, but, I mean, it's just – you can understand it because that look is there.
You can even go with gosh dog-it-ish.
Yeah, it's there. So I don't think you play back in a prevent on this because you saw what they were able to do. They've got 5 wideouts. Now they bring C.J. Wright back into the backfield. and match it. We'll see that arm. We know that he's got the arm to do it. Can they get it to one of these playmakers? 20 yards deep are the three safeties. Match it back to pass. That offense rolls. Match it rolls with him. Squares those shoulders and fires a bullet down the line.
And he caught it.
It is complete, but that's going to do it for the first quarter.
What a great
or
throw
first
there by
half of
Matchett.
play. Matchett does it to Caden Wright, who gets it. And I told you, he's got a
come.
money arm,
Yep.
and Wright goes up and pulls that one down. But to no avail, that ends the first half. But it lets you know, watch out for an explosive second half as Brame will have the ball to start it.
How excited do you think TB is about Matchett? Coming up here next year with Noble and Kaysen as seniors?
That's correct. Look, I
Is
can tell
Donut
you,
a senior?
the one, yes.
Okay.
The one that is that he's going to worry about is this year. I can promise you.
No, I know.
But
I know.
the pipeline from Brame has improved so much over the last few years. We're going to step away. It is halftime. Good Hope leads this one 12-8 after you heard me right. 14 minutes and 35 seconds time of possession in a 15-minute half. My goodness. Back after this.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view, and gear up in our pro shop, ready to elevate your golfing experience. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger, Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy, and speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah, head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view, and gear up in our pro shop, ready to elevate your golfing experience. Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to work we go here in the second half. This is the final half in the final game of what has been a tremendous, tremendous day. Let's recap the stats, KP, and let's look at time of possession. Brain, 25 seconds.
And only down a touchdown.
Good Hope, 14 and 35. You heard me right. You heard me right on there. It's been 2 dominant drives and 2 big plays. I got to believe that yardage pretty close to even.
Should be,
this.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Matchett play this first drive here and get actually a chance to maybe not. I mean, I'm sure they'd be happy to hand it off and go 70.
2 plays.
But I'd like to see what this young man has and see him go down the field and orchestrate this offense like I've heard he's really good at doing. That last throw to end the first half was about a 40-yard throw, so it was impressive.
So we told you ish. It was a 5-minute halftime to start with. Back in game 1, it was 5 minutes. This was 10.
Yeah.
Now they gave them the 3-minute warm-up period. So they put 3 back on the clock, and they're rolling it down again. So this one's 13 minutes. I understand
We're just figuring it out.
So those of you that made it with us through the entire day, we appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like and follow. That means you, Gio. Let us know that when you get back home. Look, I know he's watching this game, so he's not now, but he will later. So before things get started, I'll give him a shout-out on there one more time.
Came up here and did a baseball game 2 years ago, and I think this year he had a conflict when West Monroe came up here. Hopefully Mr. Rick will be back this year to do a game when we play West Monroe.
Guarantee you he will be. And we appreciate it when we go up there. We get that entire visitor's side box to ourselves over there, and so it's a great trip.
Their visitor's box is pretty nice.
It is, indeed. That was their home side way back.
There we go.
Way back when. And now, of course, the Mammoth home side that they have now. Beautiful complex over there and all around. Tradition is there. And the coolest thing about that trip is the burger grind, which
right
is the
next
burger
door.
Place right beside the.
It's a must.
It's a must. You can pick the kind of bread you want, the kind of cheese you want. Just don't go after the game's over with, because historically we've lost that game
Correct.
up there, and you get.
We go before the game.
You go before the game.
That's right. You took me there the first time, and I was like, this is a burger, and it was, and most of the time to me, burgers are just burgers. This is a pretty special burger.
First
I
and
would
10,
agree.
we go back to 15 minutes on this half. Matchett and offense out for their third play of the game. Handoff goes off to the right side. You got to be kidding me. Gets to the corner. How about that? C.J. Wright. See you later. Touchdown. Put it up.
So much for the working the ball down the field, and let's see what Matchett has.
Let's take a look at it. Courtesy of our friends at Firehouse Subs. You got to be kidding me.
They now have had the ball for 32 seconds. That was a 7-second run. Yeah, 32 seconds.
32 seconds.
Yeah.
14 points and looking to add on 2 more, right?
Can't make that up.
Explosive is not the word for it. They've got some great backs. So you've got 2 backs that have carried it 70 yards each for touchdowns.
And Matchett has a 40-yard throw, so they have 210 yards offense in 3 plays.
Matchett looking for 2, dumps this one off, and it is complete. Caleb Jones has that one, and it is 16-2.
If you'd have told me before this game started they'd averaged 70 yards per play, they've had 3 plays, correct?
They've had 3 plays.
For 210 yards.
Well, no, 71, 41, 80 is what they've had. So they're averaging, because the 70 would have been a touchdown. They're averaging, but still a per-play average of 60 yards. I got to think you'll take that one.
That's unreal.
3 plays, 2 touchdowns. Only the clock stopped them the last
I tell you
time.
What, no, he hands the ball off well.
He does.
He turns and puts that right in the bread basket, and he does it well.
Let's take a look at it one more time. Matchett hands it off. This time, C.J. Wright, see you later, gets to the seam, makes a man miss right about there, and just runs by everybody else.
Wow.
Wow, I have no words.
If you have less than 5 minutes of total time of possession, you win a game, that's pretty good.
Now you've just got to find a way to get Good Hope off the field. First down and 10, back to the handoff they go, and there's a good stop in the middle. That's Gahagan that's got it. Gahagan's been the workhorse for this Good Hope team, KP.
He has. He's, this first drive of the game, Brame had 2 chances to get off the field, had 2 untimely, I would say, not very smart penalties, and that led to a touchdown for Good Hope.
Well, in both they were mental mistakes. One was the offsides, and 2 was just a blatant pass or roughing the passer at the end of the play.
But when you're explosive like they are, and you can score points the way they can, again, the odds are by the time this game ends, they're not going to have 5 minutes of total time possession.
2nd down and 8. Told you this was going to be a good one. 2 very contrasting styles. Back to passes. Morrow, he's going over the top, banging around, and great job defensively. Back on that one was number 21, Clintel Frazier. And
great
let's
job
take a
there.
look at it one more time. And I've got to believe he's from that storied line of Fraziers that have come from Brame to going all the way back to Ciante and that group that have been there. Tay Frazier was there. Jay Frazier, another one of them. All great backs.
Fraziers and Williams, that's what we need around here.
But watch the tail end of this play, courtesy of Firehouse Subs, as he goes up and just stays with it, blankets him, and knocks that ball away at the end of it. Now you're facing 3rd down again to start one off.
Got to get off the field right here.
Got to get off the field. Tall sweep comes to the near side. Coming up good. Cut back there. And going to be enough for the first down. Gahagan, just very shifty. Gets up, signals the first down, and goodness gracious.
Just patient there. He didn't try to just, take off running. He was patient, let his blockers get out in front of him, and then use them to his advantage.
He did, and you stack these up, KP. They had it at about 12 minutes and 10 seconds on the play clock here, and had a chance to get off the field, and do not do it. 1st and 10 now from the 46-yard line for Morrow and company. Behind that big offensive line, he ducks down, gets set, drops back, hands the ball off to Gahagan again. Oh, he's met in the backfield. Tremendous job behind the dish by Jace Warren. Jace Warren comes up, and that warrants an instant replay brought to you by Firehouse Subs. Watch him come in at the end of the play and just go all technique tackle on that. That's like going after one of those big tackling donuts that they have now, and he did it to perfection. 2nd down and 11, officially a loss of a yard on the play.
Seems like this is a game just like one of the other ones earlier, Doug. The first team that gets a stop is going to have a chance to win.
And look, this Good Hope team is doing everything they can to wear down that defense, but the offense doesn't care. Oh, Morrow's going to keep it himself. That a designed quarterback keeper. Last man there is number 30, Jace Jones, who pulls that one down. Let's take a look at it one more time for the Colonels.
Jace saved a touchdown right there.
Just a certainly a designed quarterback run. Watch him step back, do a little fake on it like he's throwing, and he's off and going. Not for Jace Jones back there at the safety spot making that tackle. Could have been a little bit more yardage to it, but that gets him down into 1st down territory. Inside Gator territory. Ball rests at the 35-yard line. Handoff goes to Gio. Gio's going to bang his way in. He'll get 6 on there down to the 29-yard line. Brame leads this one 16-12. Both team with 2 touchdowns. The Gators, recipients of both of their PATs. Key story here is the explosiveness of Brame and the grind it out, choke you down offensive style of Good Hope. .936 and counting. Tight set comes up. Gio looks like he's moved more to the H-back. He sits in a lot at fullback. Now he'll switch to H-back on the other side and get him out there as a blocking back. Now they shift around, go back to an I formation. Ball is on the ground, but it's picked up, but not before. There's your man one more time, KP. That's Jace Warren that goes and gets it.
Yep, great job there seeing the ball on the ground. Now it's going to be a big spot here, 3rd down. I feel like this is probably going to be 4-down territory for Good Hope, but you're going to have to.
There's no doubt about that, KP, and they have converted every 3rd down situation Well, no, there was a fourth down that they did. So they didn't convert 1/3, but then the fourth down penalty got the first. We'll see it 3rd down and 6. Stacked formation again. Kind of a pistol there, winging off to the side. Correction, that Morrow's going to pull it.
And he keeps it, gets the first down. That's a big play there from Morrow.
Good tackle on the end of it. But the ability of these Northeast Louisiana area quarterbacks to see that and pull it and run it. We talked about the quarterbacks in the past. Little was up there for a while, but they are all good runners.
You almost have to see every quarterback now, no matter how well they throw the ball. That's something we haven't seen yet from Matchett. I've heard he's got good legs. He can move. He's had the ball for 32 seconds.
Look, you don't get a lot of film on these guys in a game like this. 7:52, nearing the halfway point of this second and final half of this fourth and final game. Morrow calls it, tosses it out to, that's a toss. Watch for the reverse. Oh, no, he got in on it too well. Looked like they might have been trying to pitch that back, but that was Owen Gabb that got one. It almost looked like he was trying to toss it back again.
Yeah. See, I think that's right there was what the coaches and the officials are trying to legislate. You made a tackle, that's your job. Just be happy to do your job, because that's what you're supposed to do. And I think that's kind of why the officials are cracking down on stuff like that. But great stop there. Brings up a big, important play right here.
Yeah, this will be 2nd down and 9. Clock runs. Even 7 minutes remain here from J.L. Butch Stoker Stadium, campus of Alexandria Senior High School. Snap is back there. They go the other way with it, and that was read like he was in the huddle.
Yeah.
Big time work over to the far side. And just come out of that. Didn't bite on the fake at all. Stayed home.
Good job there from the quarterback of getting that over the defensive lineman's head there. He turned around and saw defense standing in front of him. Got that ball, hit the back in his hands, just a drop pass there. This brings up a big 3rd down. You got to get off the field right here if you're Brame. And
32 seconds of total offense for the Gators, and we're nearing 25 minutes of 30 minutes for Good Hope. And the Gators lead it. Handoff is there. Banging around. Good job, but that is continuing to be good work running the football, and they just grind away and grind away and grind away. Matchett does this Good Hope Colonels team.
It's going to be interesting to see here, Doug. If Brame stops them and turns the ball over, does the coach from Brame take some time off the clock?
Well, they 2 plays and 2 70-yard touchdowns.
Right. But, do you change and come out? How much time's left? I can't see.
5:45.
Okay, 5:45 left. Do you want another 80-yarder or you want a 4.5-minute drive?
I don't think – well, that'll put you ahead by 2 scores.
Yeah.
But I don't think you tell a kid to let up if they go –
right.
You've had 2 runs for it. 4th down and 5. Big play in the ball game here. Back to pass is Morrow. He's going on the slant. It's complete. Inside the 5 to the 3. Wow. Touchdown.
Wow, they made that look easy right there. Great slant pass there.
Great
spot.
Yeah. Watch it again here, KP, as the slant – they cross the 2 receivers, and the slant is open, and that's just getting into the end zone. Good work by Micah Howell is who it looked like, number 9. And so all of that is out now.
Yeah.
It's an 18-16 game.
That's right. If we come out, if Brame comes out and Matchett hands off another 80-yard touchdown, that's just – you can't make that kind of stuff up.
No, you just can't. On for the 2-point conversion here. Snap is back. The handoff is going to be up the middle. It's going to be good on this PAT. But what that does is it makes it 20-16. But because of the 2, all Brame's got to do is go down and get a touchdown on there.
And here's what else it does. It makes it absolutely 100%. Brame will not have 5 minutes of total possession time in this game. They can't.
Not now.
There's not enough left.
That's right. So out of 30 minutes,
they're going to possess it less than 5.
Yeah.
And probably win the game.
Depending, we'll see. That it's, 2 runs, 70 yards each, and a 60-yard or a 40-yard pass. And the only reason I think they didn't score on that is because they started that drive with 7 seconds.
100%. 100%. So here comes Matchett back out with the starting offense. I'm sure the coach didn't think his starters would be still in the game in the fourth at this point.
Well, this was going to be a slobber knocker, no doubt about it. Matchett calls for the ball, fakes it. He's going to keep it himself. Why not?
Yeah, I do something
He'll twist around and get slammed down there. That was just good defense in possession on
Correct.
that play.
Correct.
2nd down and 9. Ball rests at the 31-yard line. Still need a big drive here. They put the clock back up to 7.
They've done what?
27 on there, it looks like.
No comment.
May have ran too much off of it after the touchdown. I don't know. Handoff there. No, Matchett's going to keep it himself. Running for daylight, gets to the 30, now 35 before ducking out of bounds. Picks up the 1st down, so a good heads-up pulse piece of running there from Nate Matchett.
Does have some very good legs there and also set up his blockers well, didn't get in a hurry.
We told you with the kickoff the way it is, no kickoff, so it's an automatic touchback, if you will. The ball just had to touch the 40-yard line. It firmly rests there, and they'll take it 1st down and 10
now, I could
from
be wrong.
the 40-yard line.
We haven't seen a handoff to either one of these running backs on this drive.
No, this drive's been all Matchett.
That's right. So, therefore, maybe the coach did say, you know what, I know we can do what we've done already.
Kayvon Williams is back in at running back. He's the one that took the first play to the house. Williams will get it again right here. And they were on it. Ball is out and on the ground. And it's going to go over to Good Hope. And that is just about the worst-case scenario there.
And that could be more than likely the way this Good Hope team has been able to grind out the offense. That could be the turnover that decides this ball game right here.
You got to feel they'll run off 40 seconds every opportunity that they get.
100%.
Good Hope defense has not been out there very much, KP, so they're well rested.
And the Brain defense hasn't.
They proved it there. That was a tremendous, tremendous stop. And it wasn't just Williams fumbling. It was Good Hope forcing the fumble.
It
so
was.
Kudos to that defense going out there and just taking it away. 20-16, Good Hope. KP, 5 offensive snaps for Brame in this game. 5.
Wow.
Clock runs at 5:16 again here in the second half. Don't look for anything fancy out of Morrow in this company. They're just going to continue to do, and this is what happened. That ball's on the ground.
That ball's on the ground. It looked like a false start.
Good Hope fell on the ball, so it's going to be a loss of a yard. Boy, wouldn't that have turned things around a little bit? I'm going to tell you, this is exactly the type of play you expected out of a feeder school. And we saw it earlier too, but it's just grind the ball, and then their defense makes an opportunistic play.
The uniforms tell you everything. They look like a West Monroe football team. That's what they do.
These Colonels of Good Hope have really showed out. That ball's on the ground.
Oh!
And the
Brame's
Gators
got the ball.
have it back.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you what, I would have I don't know. As we go under 4:46 remaining here.
I'm a betting man. I'd have lost a lot of money on that guy fumbling without being touched and turning the ball over, and now Brame gets a chance to come back and
it was the snap that Morrow dropped on the first play of that possession too that got him behind the chains.
It's the easy things in every sport. It doesn't matter if it's baseball, football, golf, whatever it is. You got to do the easy things well.
Look, I'm sweating like nobody's business up here. You know those guys on the field are. That ball gets slippery.
Yep, it can. Absolutely.
Oh, your heart goes out to that young man letting one go here. That's 3:32 remaining
Looks
in
like
this
the
ball
other
game.
running backs in the game instead of Williams.
That'll be C.J. Wright if it is, number 1.
He's got one to the house already.
CJ's got it this time. He's trying to get to the edge. Gets around the defensive end that comes in, spins around, will get back out for the first down.
He's still going, Doug. Wow. And what does that kid look like? He's 5'8", maybe?
I don't think so.
That's not a big kid.
It's all going to come back for holding.
Oh.
They'll bring it back. It'll be first down and 20 following that.
He's not a big kid to be dragging people along like that is what I was trying to
compete. Compete. They did it twice on defense in the first drive. Commit penalties that really affected the drive. So it's a timeout by Good Hope. It won't be first and 20 because it was down the field. No, they are going to mark it back 10. So
you see down there on the 23-yard line, there's a guy intently watching these kids. He's been here all day. He's been here all day. Been here since you were here at 7 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
And a lot of coaches would be at home right now watching this on 446 Sports.
Got to walk through and see that new facility today.
And he's not.
It's very nice. It was where we visited with him this morning. And such a nice facility. I got lost in there. I was looking for him and could hear him, but there's so many opens and moves around there. You have to – I almost had to drop breadcrumbs down to find out where I was going.
Well, you walked through it this morning, Doug. Would you say it's 85, 90% complete? What do you think?
Ish.
Okay.
Ish.
All right.
Let's go with
Ish is the word of the day.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Here, I look for Matchett to find one of his big-time receivers here. Corey James is a good one.
But that one throw there to end the first half.
Yep. You got some athletes on here, but this West Monroe team is just, or this Good Hope team is just physical, and they're going to bang around.
Well coached.
Definitely
well
they
coached.
are. Matchett back in the shotgun. He has got Kayvon Williams in the backfield with him, flanked to the left side. 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Back to passes, Matchett. He's showing off that arm. That one is incomplete and out of bounds.
Great job there by the defensive back. Great job there from the wide receiver.
Was intended for Jameer Wilson. The only thing I don't like about that pass is you utilize the defender and the sideline on that play. Maybe get something down the seam or that slant to get these receivers in space.
Matchett didn't even look like that was a tough throw. He looked like he just planted and threw that 35 yards on a pretty good line with the receiver having a chance to catch it. It didn't look like he was straining to do that.
No, not at all. We roll under 2 minutes here. He goes, gets the signal in. Will make his way back. Williams in the backfield with him again. Slow getting this one to develop. He leaves Williams on the left side. Now moves him in motion. So an empty backfield for Matchett. He'll step back and throw that little jailbreak screen. It is complete to Caden Wright.
Out of bounds. There we go.
The ball came out. They're saying he took it out, but he was out of bounds prior to that.
Out of bounds.
Such an opportunistic defense for Good Hope that continues to do things. Brame going to take a timeout and preserve as much of the final 82 seconds in this one that they can. What a day of football, KP. It has been.
We have survived.
Look, we looked at that Northwestern and Ruston was a battle. Both of those teams had explosive offenses. Westridge and Calvary. Westridge just a little too much numbers-wise and depth-wise for Calvary in that one. Held Calvary just to 1 touchdown. Neville exerted a little force in that game over Natchitoches, and this one has been a tale of 2 teams. It's been ball control for Good Hope, and it's been quick strikes for Brame.
Yep, and Brame's going to have to put a drive together. They haven't done that all game. They're going to have to take a drive and go about, it looks like about 65 more yards, 64 more yards to have a chance to win this ball game, and that's something we hadn't seen yet, so we're going to see what they're made of.
Remember, these are the future stars that you're going to follow in high schools all around the state of Louisiana. It's going to be an exciting next several years. These guys all have a junior high season to play.
Yep.
Matchett calls for the ball. Rolls to the near side. He's being pressured. He's going over the top. Got a man wide open. Defender comes back, and that was just a little bit underthrown, but a tremendous play by Micah Howell to come back and make that play. Let's see if we have it back here. Watch that match it on our Firehouse Sub instant replay. Match it just sits. If he lets go of it, probably here, he gets it. But had to come back and wait on it a second, did Caden Wright, and that allowed Howe to get under there. Back to live action we go. 42 seconds remain. Match it. Back to pass now on 4th down. Rolls around. Got to convert here. Throws that one. What a tremendous catch for the first down. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Look at it one more time as they hurry to the line. Watch him scramble around. There's a timeout that's made.
That's a tough throw, Doug, across his body, across the field, which a lot of coaches tell you not to make.
Downfield vision, but you have to make that throw. Let's roll it back in reverse, and we'll see it again. Look at that. Watch him go up and get this one right here.
Everything I've heard about this young man is true. This young man's going to be special. He's going to be special.
All right, so 2 things that I saw. 1, his escapability. He was able to move around. 2, he squared those shoulders up with where he was throwing. And that's maturity at a middle school age.
This kid's going to be special. There's no question about that.
Look, what a host of athletes around him. C.J. Wright has had a big one. You saw Jameer Wilson was the intended receiver. Caden Wright, Kavron Williams, Zachary James, Troy Lambing. These guys are all going to be special as they move forward.
You can see the arm strength as an 8th grader. He does not look like he's trying to put a lot of effort into throwing the ball. He throws it well. He's poised. I mean, this kid's going to be special for the next several years.
20 to 16. I don't know. The score that they've got on the scoreboard is not correct. It's 20 to 16.
Did you see something I just saw?
I don't know what you saw.
In the huddle down there, who was standing in that huddle?
I'm not.
TB just walked out of that huddle as they were in there calling the play. Just walked out of that huddle and walked down there.
Match it, gets going, moves receivers. You got 3 receivers to the far side. Going to try to get, there's still 8 guys up in the box on this. They're pushing them out a little further. 25 seconds remain in this one. Match it, back to pass, working the seam. Into coverage. And
what a great hit. What a great play.
Look, fully legal and goes up. Yep. Watch it one more time.
That young man's going to toughen. He's going to get up to. Yes, it's just a good football play right there.
Look, if he goes, man, both seam routes were open there for a minute. That took, they called the incompletion, may not have time for another play because it is a running clock, and that's going to be your ball game.
That's it.
So because it's a running clock and